Good morning, everyone. This is Honor Rana here, your social science teacher from Cambridge International School, Dasua. I welcome you all in today's session. I hope you all are happy, healthy, safe at your home. Dear children, as we have started Geography Chapter 8, that is India, Climate, Vegetation and Wildlife. So we have discussed few of the topics and today we are going to complete this chapter. So let us start with the lessons objectives first. So today's lessons objectives are to know about the natural vegetation, to know about the uses of natural vegetation, to know about the different wildlife in India, and to know about the conservation of wildlife in India. Lessons outcomes. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to know about the natural vegetation. They will also know about the uses of natural vegetation. They will also know about the different wildlife in India, and they will also come to know how the wildlife can be conserved. So first of all, let's recapitulate whatever we have discussed earlier. Earlier we have discussed about weather. Weather is about day-to-day changes in the atmosphere. The second topic was climate. Climate is about the average weather condition which have been measured over many years. After this we have discussed about the seasons in India, and there are 4 types of seasons. First one is cold weather season, which is also known as winter season. Second, we have discussed about hot weather season, that is known as summer season. The third was the southwest monsoon season, which is also called rainy season. And the last one, fourth one, season of retreating monsoon, that is autumn season. We have also discussed what are the factors which affect the climate of a place. So it is affected by location, altitude, distance from the sea, and relief. We have also discussed the climate of India is monsoon type, and agriculture in India that is mainly dependent upon rains. We also came to know about Jaisalmer and Bikaner, which are the very hot areas, while Dras and Kargil in Ladakh, they are freezing cold. We also came to know about Mumbai and Kolkata, which have the moderate climate. These are the coastal areas. And we have also discussed about Mawsynram in Meghalaya, which receives the world's highest rainfall. And there may be a place that is Jaisalmer in Rajasthan, where there might not any rain. Now let us start our today's topic, and our first topic is natural vegetation. So what is natural vegetation? As its name, natural vegetation. Natural means whatever is found in nature. Vegetation means we are talking about the grasses, shrubs, trees, etc. So natural vegetation can be defined as the grasses, shrubs and trees which grow on their own without interference or help from human beings are called natural vegetation. Again, I am repeating, the grasses, shrubs and trees which grow on their own without interference or help from human beings are called natural vegetation. The natural vegetation in India, it is of 5 types. Okay, there are 5 types of forest in India. Tropical rainforest, tropical deciduous forest, thorny bushes, mountain vegetation and mangrove forest. These forests have not been mentioned in your book. This is just only for your knowledge. Next we have, why are forests necessary? So as we know that forests are very useful to us and they perform various functions. Okay, as we know that the plants release oxygen that we breathe and absorb carbon dioxide. The roots of the plants bind the soil and they control the soil erosion. Forests provide us with timber for furniture, fuel wood, fodder, medicinal plants, herbs, lac, honey, gum, etc. Forests are the natural habitat of wildlife. Forests help in bringing rain. Forest helps in maintaining the ecological balance. Forest also helps in controlling the pollution. So there are number of uses, and in this way we can say that the forests are very useful to us. Now dear children, our next topic is wildlife in India. Wildlife. Wild means we are talking about the life which is found in the forest. So as we know that the forests are home to a variety of wildlife. There are thousands of species of animals and a large variety of reptiles, amphibians, mammals, birds, insects and worms which dwell in the forest. Our national animal is tiger. It is found in various parts of the country. Gir forest in Gujarat is the home of Asiatic lion. Elephants and one-horned rhinoceros roam in the forests of Assam. Elephants are also found in Kerala and Karnataka. There are two images on your screen. You can see here one is of elephants. They are found in Assam as well as in Kerala and Karnataka, and one is of rhinoceros. So these are the one-horned rhinoceroses and they are found in the forest of Assam. Next we have camels and wild ashes. They are found in the Great Indian Desert and the Run of Kutch respectively. There are two images on your screen. One is of camels and other is of asses. Next we have the wildlife in the Himalayan region. So we can find here wild goats, snow leopards, bears, as it is shown in the images also. The first one image is of goats, wild goats. Second one is of snow leopard and third one is of bear. So these are the wildlife which is found in the Himalayan region. Beside these, many other animals are found in our country such as monkey, wolf, jackal, nilgai, cheetal, etc. Now you must be aware like India is equally rich in wildlife. The peacock is our national bird. Other common birds are parrots, pigeons, manna, geese, bulbul and ducks. There are several bird sanctuaries which have been created to give birds their natural habitat. These provide the birds protection from hunters. There are several hundred of species of snakes found in India. Cobras and kraits are important among them. Due to cutting of forest and hunting, several species of wildlife of India are declining rapidly and many species have already become extinct. Now as we have discussed like the wildlife, many species they have become endangered species and many of have become extinct. So the government of India has taken many steps to protect the wildlife in India, such as many national parks, wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserves have been set up. Project Tiger, Project Elephant and many other projects have been started to protect these animals. Wildlife Week is celebrated every year in the first week of October to create the awareness about conserving the habitat of animal kingdoms. Hunting and poaching of wild animals has been banned now. Again, I am repeating, to conserve the wildlife in India, the government has taken many steps. Number one, many national parks, wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserves have been set up. Project Tiger, Project Elephant and many other projects have been started to protect these animals. Wildlife Week is celebrated every year in the first week of October to create the awareness about conserving the habitat of animal kingdoms. Hunting and poaching of wild animals has been banned now. We can also contribute in protecting the wildlife by refusing to buy the products which are made up of animal skin or horns. The last topic of this chapter is migratory birds. Migratory birds are the birds which come from other country only during a particular season, and then they again go back to their country. So migratory birds, like some birds such as pintail duck, curlews, flamingo, osprey, and little stint migrate to our country in winter season every year. The smallest migratory bird, little stint, weighing as low as 15 gram, from Arctic region, travel over 8,000 kilometers to reach India. In the image, you can see this is the smallest migratory bird, which is known as the little stint, and its weight is 15 gram only. And it came from Arctic region, and it travels over 8,000 kilometer distance to reach to India. So dear children, that's all about today's topics, and let's recapitulate whatever we have discussed today. Today we have started our session with the natural vegetation. Natural vegetation means like the natural grasses, shrubs, herbs, whatever growing naturally without the help of human beings. Then we have discussed about the uses of forest. Forests are very useful to us. They help in bringing rain. Forests are the home to wildlife, and we are getting so many products from the forest. Provides us oxygen. They also help in soil erosion. They are the natural habitat of wildlife. Number of products we are getting from the forest, like furniture, fuel, wood, fodder, medicinal plants and herbs. Then we have discussed about the wildlife in India. So we came to know about the rhinoceros. They are found in Assam. Elephants, they are found in Kerala and Karnataka. Camels and wild ashes, they are found in Rajasthan. Then we have discussed about the animals which are found in the Himalayan region, such as snow leopard, wild goats and bears. Except these, there are monkey, wolf, jackal, nilgai and cheetal. We have also discussed about the number of birds which are found in India, and peacock is our national bird. Then we have discussed like what are the steps taken by the government of India to protect the wildlife, and we also came to know about some migratory birds such as pintail duck, curlews, flamingo, osprey and little stint. Little stint is the smallest migratory bird which came from Arctic region. So that's all for today. I hope you got whatever I have discussed today, and still you people have any doubt, then we are going to discuss in the online classes. Thank you everyone. Take care of yourself. God bless you all.